it's already been out. People have got a chance to start to understand this world and these rules and how things are working out too. So what's it been like with Revival for you so far?
Oh man, I had to let these two know when it came out, because when you're shooting it, you're like, well, I hope this works. Like, you really don't know what's in their heads and what's going to happen in post. And on a show like this, where we were moving so fast, you know, and my name was on it as a producer, and you know, I had to call them and be like, I am so proud that my name is on this, because visually, it's like, it's perfect. I love it, and editing is baller, and then you know, like, we all look so good. You won't watch yourself, but you should, because you're brilliant. Anyway, yeah, very happy.
Very cool. If I could talk to the showrunners here and ask them, you know, this show, it, like, when it comes to sci-fi, it's also very bloody. It's also very fun that way. No, so what was the thought process there? Was there anything you're like, is this okay? Did you ask somebody, or you're just like, we're doing this, let's go?
We didn't go far enough.
Yeah. I mean,
Really?
we had to dial back the blood a lot, but I mean, there's episode 6. I finally got to stretch my wings a little bit and relinquish a little of the gore that I would like, because I mean, we're horror guys, you know. That's where we come from. That's our DNA. Those are the movies that I make and love and grew up loving. And but we got to do practical effects. I mean, I got to build a puppet, you know, and like all this kind of craziness. So we went for it. But it is a horror show, you know, and so we want to embrace that, right? And but mix it with like the humor and you know, some of the drama, the familiar drama and all that. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, doing practical effects and horror was always going to be a big part of it, and we want to do more, you know. Like I want a TV MA rating. Like, what's up? Like, we somehow, because violence is not, it's like they don't care as much about, ever since Walking Dead, right? It's like not even a thing.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, it's gonna be TV MA, and then it became 14, and I was like, oh, TV 14. Like, I feel like I failed. I'm proud of the show, but I wish the rating was TV MA.
I think the key is if they're already dead, it's fine, right?
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, we're killing plenty though. That are not that.
That's not that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dave, if I can ask you about Wayne, and you know, what you began with him. What have you kind of learned about him? Because there was a lot of reactionary to begin with. What do you find him now?
We're by the end.
By where we are now.
By
Let's
where
look at
we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Wayne's unraveling. He unravels from the beginning through, and continues to unravel. Wayne's was a pretty staunch believer in a system, and that has slowly been eroded. And you know, I think it's true of maybe all the characters. You know, we all have to come face to face with a belief system. And so what I could say yesterday was almost like somebody who gets sober. You know, they hit rock bottom, and they got to try to climb back out of that hole. So I guess that for Wayne, that's sort of certainly his journey has been fairly severe in that respect.
If I could ask you, you know, Graham, what was your horror movie you pointed to for something that scared you or readjusted your idea of what?
I tell you, the first horror movie, you may not even know this, I saw it as my brother told me we were going to see Toothy the Beaver. And he took me to Count Yorga the Vampire. I was 12. I didn't sleep for 2 weeks. And I saw it late one night. It was like I think it was early 70s. And it held up. It's not, you guys don't know it. Count Yorga the Vampire. Check it out. It's scared the crap out of me. Beyond that, the Mothman scares me. The Mothman prophecies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Angel Heart. That sort of stuff.
Yeah, Angel Heart's fantastic. I was scared, but it's so good. Gets under your skin a little bit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the horror movies that I'm not a big slash and gash kind of horror guy. I like.
You
to
said
have
gash.
What is it?
Oh, honey.
Roman, if we could ask about you know,
I'm so set on finding a sharp black crayon right now.
I know. I couldn't
not gonna
find one. I
happen.
don't think they
Listen, though,
Yes. Well, the problem is some of these break, and we have colored pencils too. And so
Oh,
sometimes,
great.
yeah, sometimes these things they break, and we have to throw them away after someone breaks the crayon. And so we need to put some more dark ones out there too for the colors and stuff.
But now you have my
Yeah,
attention.
let's go back to this. Okay, so when it comes to Em as well, what have you kind of learned from the first like unveiling of her to how she sees the world now?
I don't think Em knows how she sees the world right now. I think that's kind of her biggest problem at this point in the season. I think prior to Revival Day, she thought she didn't really like. It's just everything was simple. Like she had her routine. She had her would journal and listen to music and do things alone and whatnot. So I think now more the journey is finding who she is and like finding where she's going versus where she's at. Because I think where she's at right now is a very overwhelming place. Like there are these emotions that are being felt all for the first time. And I think in episode 7, there's a conversation with Ibrahim where she even says it, like, I don't know what's happening. And it's scary, and it's very scary not to know what's going on, but life is so uncertain. And I feel like she's been proven that again and again and again about uncertainty and promises being broken. And I think right now, I don't think she's going to get too comfortable with any place that she's in.
Well, I mean, just as last episode, you said screw normal, right?
Exactly.
I think that's part of it, of like trying to understand, you know, the idea of you had to die to feel alive. And now what does that mean to okay, I feel alive, but now I feel so confused by who I've become after doing that. You know, I think it's like a fun journey and to watch you. Because that scene in episode 7 that we just kind of got to with you and Andy, with Ibrahim, you know, I just think it's really special. Just the way you two play that, I think, is so great.
Yeah, and I love how she says, like, I didn't always necessarily like myself, but I knew myself. And and then of course the scientist is like, I want to focus on what I do now. And exactly what Aaron said. It is this thing, if I have to die to feel alive, I have to now live my life and learn for myself. And I think, like, being the youngest in my own family, I can relate to this, of people always wanting to learn from their mistakes.
Right.
Which I want people to learn from my mistakes too. But the best way you learn is by making your own, and Em's never been given that permission before. Now she gets to do it.
For sure. Ibrahim had a interesting welcoming committee to the area.
Hey.
That worked out well, but beyond that, he also
Did it work out well?
Well, not well. Well, there's baseline wells,
Right.
right? Too.
Yeah.
So there are worse things on a
Nobody
certain
got
day.
herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that too. That's another season. What I do want to ask though is, like, where do you, how did you see his progression into everything, and his kind of consuming it all as it kind of comes to him?
I mean, he's a fish out of water, so he's coming into this situation not knowing, you know, what he's dealing with, but he knows what he's there to do. So focused on this right
I
now.
know.
But like, you know, it works for Andy the actor, it works for Ibrahim the character.
Right.
You know, coming to a set, all brand new people that you've not worked with, feeling like a fish out of water, coming to work and getting to do that in you know, Wausau, Wisconsin. It was a lot of fun, and sort of seeing how he sort of like was under pressure. And you know, all of that sort of evolves as we go along, and now we've seen episodes 5, 6 through 7. And we get to see all these characters sort of like, you know, evolve as well. I see we're just as all as interested as what people are doing right now.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I'm having such a hard time because the black is just, you know, like I
Romy,
can't get it crisp.
pivot.
I was actually thinking of doing a striped sweater.
There you go.
I made my eyes green.
You gotta pivot. This is what we do. On Revival, we had some limitations. We had some challenges. We had to pivot. And episode 10.
I'm loving it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. And I'm gonna get this whole
That's what we
black,
call
this whole color.
That's EP energy right there.
It is.
That's a producer like, hey, we have a little bit of light left, and we gotta get this budget down. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Luckily, I was not that kind of EP because we would have spent all the budget on, you know, donuts or something stupid.
Let's go back to the showrunners here and ask a little bit about, you know, when it came to the horrors in here. You know, the older people with blood everywhere and all these things you're kind of doing, and the just the craziness of coming to a house you don't know what's there kind of thing. You know, what did you want to kind of like lean into in that way? You know, that the realism of every day coming to blood and death, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the show, you know, the baseline of the show is this grounded world, you know, where look, everybody, you know, is worried that these revivers are going to be something worse than they actually are, that they know of. So, you know, it's fun to play with that expectation of those characters. You know, we talk a lot about how we can subvert like zombie tropes and things like that to really play with, you know, what do the audience expect, and then that's kind of what the characters expect, and then, you know, we play with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was. I just love horror because, in particular, like in playing a genre, it allows you to talk about big things, and you know, something where you actually some small things, right? Just familial drama, but with this like under the construct of people coming back from the dead, or you know, like absolute absurdist, crazy, horrific things. But you still get to have these like real human melodrama conversations, and so it just gives you this like avenue into topics that otherwise would just feel normal, you know, and it just gives like this like kind of grandiose opportunity to like explore, you know, like what's happening in revival, right? What's happening in the world where people are not welcome, you know, and what's happening with immigrants and all this, and we didn't set out to make a show about that, but it so clearly is, and you know, you see these people who are being shunned and being told they're not welcome. And, you know, and Luke and I would text each other all the time and be like, oh my God, it's actually happening. But like, if we just went out to make a show about that, they'd be like, how is that going to work? Like, what is that going to be? Is that going to be hitting you over the head with a topic? Whereas here, we're making a show about the dead coming back to life, solving your own murder way after you're dead, and the zombies but not zombies and all this. And then that allows you to have these conversations, I think, in a more interesting way. Like, you know, John Carpenter did back in the day with The Thing, you know, where it's like all about identity and like, you know, and what's best and all that.
I had no idea. I just love that movie.
Oh, it's front of I mean, I could do a whole thing.
Let's do it.
Seriously.
That's what I want to ask is the actors here too. One thing that I've seen a whole bunch of times is, you know, you're there, but there's so many talented people who are involved. So whether it's an action thing, a gore thing, a set thing, what's the thing that made you say that's so cool?
Patrick Baxter.
Yeah.
The guy, he did all of the
Patrick Baxter, yeah.
the special effects, makeup, and
Was there a specific thing though you were like,
Arlene, the brain, her cut off head. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
I mean, music later.
Yep.
I know that that's not during, but I think when watching, I was just like, wow,
Music is so
this
important.
does so much, and our composers are just, it's incredible. It's insane. Sorry to Aaron, go ahead.
Oh, no, it was an actual question. Yeah.
David, do you have anything?
I love the crematorium at the very beginning. You got bursting out of the
Set it on
crematorium.
fire.
That was,
Yeah.
for me, was just even on the paper.
Yeah. And we really set him on fire.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
For me was the yes, all of these things, and then you can't finish this until I finish this piece. I'm so sorry.
I'm not in charge of that.
Okay.
Somebody over there is in charge of that.
I'm
so-
literally shaking because I want to finish this. The passenger, the VFX, because VFX can be so bad, and it's sometimes when it's bad, it's still good, you know. But I thought the passenger was really beautiful.
Yeah, that's our puppet. I mean, so everybody, you know, look, I watch massive shows that have the budget of, you know, one episode of their show is like our entire show, right? And their CGI creatures, I'm not a big fan of. And so I'm like, well, there's no way. What is ours going to be like on our budget? So we worked really hard and had Steve Kaczynski and good friends of mine that have, like, are good creature people and did a proper sculpt and had everything done and made a puppet. And then we're able to, you know, but yeah, like, you know, Andy has that amazing moment where he like looks up, you know, and this perfect one tear drop as he sees this being for the first time. And he's looking at a pole, you know, with a light that's all he's looking at that moment, and that's just credit to Andy. But yeah, I mean, we gotta play with puppets. So what are we talking about? Like that's a rep. That's so cool. You know?
Well, they're giving me the rep sign. Speaking of, so who's closest to done? And we'll kind of go in that order, so to make sure you have.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Dave, we'll start with you. Seem like you're ready here.
Wow.
Tell us the story.
A real
There.
artist.
That I win.
A real artist.
Yeah. Can you explain why those certain stickers? Why those colors? I mean, what was-
You know, they were available, and I gave up looking for black and brown. Every time I tried to pull a brown out, it was red. And I saw Andy went with the blue hair, and I went.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I just embraced that side. I saw Mel I went, that's a real artist there. That's a real artist.
He's not ready yet. Sorry.
Not ready, yeah.
Yeah. Jerry, you ready?
This is I too many people. I was behind the walls the whole time, but I love shading. So
Oh.
there's my shading.
He's such a good artist. Like there. Yeah.
God, that's
You want to show yours too here?
Yeah, mine has Mel saying herpes, which she did say. So that was a thing. And then also, I like that shirt of a pug that like you wear. I just feel like
Men in Black?
Dana should wear the pug shirt.
The-
It's that shirt with a huge pug face.
Why should Dana wear that?
Because of the way you just reacted right there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I see it.
I-
Also, herpes is my panic word. I'm just like, if I don't understand.
That'll make things stop no matter what's happening.
Get your attention.
Andy,
I don't know what I did.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh,
there's a lot
damn.
going on. Well, you at least you're positive you got
Oh,
this.
Said you
pancakes.
got this.
Oh, you got this.
Hospital bed, but you got this. She's got
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, and a llama and
The
I
dream
mean,
box.
and pancakes.
Yeah, there you go.
Colorful pancakes. All looks good.
I really wanted the sweater to be as dark as it could be, and then I realized I was wasting a lot of time on that. And then the pink is supposed to represent the red. The green eyes are because the comic and because the green eyes are beautiful. The fish is because I just quickly needed to fill up space. The dream was to fish some mistake that I made up at the beginning. And the teddy bear is to just show that Em is really sweet. Okay? Like, it's not just strangling people.
But then also statue to the pleasure their own bones.
Yeah, which is like a bit of a contradiction.
Now you're still looking, but
Yeah.
is it okay if we
Oh, it's me now. You haven't gone. You've gone?
He's gone. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone.
All right, fine. I guess you can rush art. So this
still
is
going on the fridge?
Dana survived Revival Day 2008.
Nice.
And like I don't want to rub that in, but she did. It happened in December.
Yeah.
Dana loves donuts. I just saw this Women Crush Wednesday, and I'm like, yeah, I'll have a crush on myself. Yeah, we need more of that in life. You know, a little bit of good for you. And then work, because all work and no play makes Dana jump in cars with strangers. Am I right? And then this is my favorite piece. This is something that I talked about in the
Lens
panel.
flares.
The lens flare that I love. They do like a blue and kind of yellow
And the
flare.
passenger has the soul kind of light.
Yeah, and I love that element of the show. And
And donut. Dana and donuts too.
Yeah.
did I not say the donuts? Yeah, self-explanatory.
Well, I want to thank you for coming with us. Hope you had a little fun, a little relaxation before your day goes crazy. Welcome to Comic-Con. Have an amazing time here. You know, I would say they love you for what you've done, and they don't apologize for loving you, and there's something awesome about that. So please enjoy. Have a great time here. Enjoy the fans, and buy something you don't need. Put it on a shelf somewhere. You never know.
Thank you.
Done.